First of all, just your assessment of having that group that started that game out there together. Didn't necessarily start the way you wanted it, but a nice pushback to be able to get the game tied by halftime. But just a feeling of being on the floor and trying to get to those things that you all want.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're trying to figure it out. Trying to get the things together and how we want to play the identity of the team offensively, defensively. I mean, we're learning the rotations and stuff still. We haven't had a set lineup. I think we only had 2 games where that unit played together, and then Lil wasn't in the starting lineup. So we're just trying to learn the spacing, the cuts, the reads offensively, and then defensively, really who we're going to be. I think we talked about it today. The second chance points that we've been giving up in the preseason has to change. We shore up that area. Our defense will be great, but it starts with communication. It starts with being physical. But I think after that first quarter and the way we were able to fight from the second, third, and fourth, that's the team that we need to be. Obviously, there's still some things that we need to clean up and do a little bit better. But if we can bring that energy and effort and that focus, what we did in those last 3 quarters, we'll be good heading into the regular season.
Turnovers surged up again and points off of it. That's going to be a part of trying to play fast and aggressive. What can you endure as you guys get comfortable from that standpoint? What has to tighten up in taking care of the ball?
The biggest thing, with this style of offense that we want to play, picking up the pace, turnovers are going to happen once just trying to figure it out. The aggressive turnovers, trying to make a play, trying to get into the paint, collapse defenses, and find an outlet, whether it's your shot, whether it's kicking out or dropping off or lobs to the bigs. Those are the turnovers we can accept, because they're aggressive. It's the careless ones, throwing the ball everywhere. Not securing it. Once we get a stop defensively, just giving the ball back to them. Those are the ones that we can't have. I think we're headed in the right direction. I had 5 turnovers today. That's unacceptable. So me being better with the ball, securing a lot of them, we're trying to make that play, make those reads once I get into the paint. But I think if I limit my 5 turnovers, it's a pretty good turnover game for us. But it'll get better once we get an understanding and feel for the offense as these games go along and minutes get under our belt.
One of Spo's top messages, I'm sure you've already heard already, enjoy each other's success. When that last group was on the floor in the fourth quarter and overtime, you guys are all on your feet, feeding whatever you could into them. How enjoyable, even though it didn't turn out into a win, how nice is it to have that vibe and energy for guys?
I mean, it's a lot of fun. For me, being 11 years in, I know that feeling. I know what it means to the young guys, having the vets, having the guys cheer them on, getting their opportunity. I always encourage them, knowing that anytime they get minutes, especially in the preseason, it's a time for them to go prove themselves and fight and scrap for their jobs. And I really liked the way they were able to compete. We were down late in the fourth, and Myron had a great drive layup. I thought it was an and one for us to tie the game up and sit in overtime, and they just came in and fought. Vlad came in and did a great job defensively, talking and securing rebounds. He hasn't had that much opportunity, but he came in today and did his job and didn't make any excuses and gave us a chance to win.